So let's get right into it.
But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to say it loud and clear. Let the marchers march, and let the steppers step.
Hold on. Unbeknownst to some people, steppers within the community, if someone is saying it, means people who shoot and kill people. But hey, whatever. You're not inciting violence.
The marchers march, and let the steppers step. You want to do something about this verdict? There is no love for black people. There's no love in the system. How can you make a moral appeal to a people that have no moral code? How can you preach love to racists? That got Dr. King killed.
You know what? He is absolutely correct. How can you preach love to racists?
Everyone that she's spoken to feels the same now as they did at the beginning, even after all the evidence, they said they had a feeling going in, and if they're dug into one camp, it's this. And if they're dug into the other camp, it's that. And you say you've changed your mind, but how specifically? What did you think, and what do you think now? What do you mean by that?
I thought like, Danny Penny was this cold-hearted killer that was just going to kill a black dude that day, right?
What do you mean by that?
So basically, racist. Oh, he's white. He stood up where no one else was standing up and protected a black woman that was about to get attacked. But because it was a black man that unfortunately lost his life, he was racist and he was going to just kill somebody, right? Literally, you just described how you're racist because he's white.
To Seattle, to Florida, black people hold community events and talk about what you need and talk about how to fix your issues. If the black politician...
Hold on. I thought the entire purpose for BLM was to actually go out and ask what are people's issues and take the time to fix and help those communities. I mean, that's the principles that it was supposedly founded off from the inception years upon years ago, which they haven't done any of those things.
Co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York, and I'm a devout Christian. And in my Bible, thou shalt not kill. In the Torah, thou shalt not kill. In Buddhism and Hinduism, thou shalt not kill a living thing. But America has...
Shut up. Your ass kills spiders and cockroaches and insects every time.
Bloods have paved the streets of this nation since its inception. It was foolish of us to think that a black man would get justice in the system designed to keep him oppressed. My heart bleeds for the Neely family. My heart bleeds for his father, who sat in front of me every single day and prayed for justice for his son. There is no one coming to say...
Where was this same father when his son was put into foster care and, had all these issues going on and turned to drugs? Where was this father the entire time? But now, all of a sudden, when something happens and you grifters want to come along, now the father's so heartbroken and torn to pieces.
Save black people, or else we wouldn't live in these ghettos, we wouldn't be in these prisons, and we would be further along than we are. We wouldn't be at the absolute bottom. So forgive me for being jaded and cynical, but once we saw those non-white jurors, we knew that this case was over. Non-white jurors. How could there not be an uproar that the same person who got off Kyle Rittenhouse, who got off O.J. Simpson, was used here? And shame on you, celebrities and politicians.
You just said O.J. Simpson. I thought he was black.
Who claim not to be racist, because the racist spoke loud and clear. John McCain's daughter, she had something to say. I think she incited a riot for the right. Phil Mickelson, he had something to say. Kid Rock donated $3 million. And if you look on social media, if you look at the hatred spewed across against us, against black people, against a man who was sick, because when there's a crisis of drugs...
Hey man, I'm black and Jordan was wrong and you're a idiot.
In America. I'm sorry, it's only a crisis when it's a white person, an opioid crisis. Jordan was labeled a drug addict and labeled a crackhead. The only crime that Jordan Neely was guilty of was the color of his skin.
Come on.
But luckily for Daniel Penny, his skin was not like Jordan's, because you honestly wouldn't have seen our face. The NYPD would have arrested him after 3 hours. The justice system would have found him guilty. And shame on this jury. Because to be real, they didn't even try.
I can't listen to more of this shit. I can't do it. Okay, let's do a little quick breakdown, because I know a lot of people don't do combatives. But all right, so first off, if you look at this chokehold that's going on here, this is a rear naked choke, and it's not even in, because here your elbow should be in line perfectly with the person's chin. That is why when it comes to this cuff of your arm and it comes here, it will actually be cutting off your trachea and your airway. That's not happening here. Even as they move around, you can see that Daniel is lifting upwards. Hence Jordan's whole face, it's like this. It's not going into his actual neck area. And even if you watch UFC, right, or any of these other things, you could pull up the clip if you think I'm wrong. If someone has a genuine naked a rear naked choke in, and they're actually applying genuine pressure, you got about 15 to 20 seconds to either tap out or pass out. And that's not happening here because no pressure is being applied. He's just holding him. Yes, he's holding him in a manner for him to not get out, because guess what? They're waiting for the police, and the dude is on drugs. Have you ever dealt with someone who is on drugs before? They have superhuman freaking strength sometimes. So yeah, I think to actually hold him a little tight or in an actual secure manner is what you have to do. The whole thing about, oh yeah, he murdered him, it's bullshit in itself. Again, even from this angle, you can see that it's not in. If he was trying to genuinely stop his airway or kill him a certain manner, I'm telling you right now, first off, it wouldn't be on the top of his head. At the minimal, it would be at the back of his head, pushing his head inwards into his arm to assist with the choke. Or if you're gonna fully finish it, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put this down, and then you push downward, and it creates that pressure in kind of like a triangle shape. And yeah, that person is done at that point. Again, that's not happening here. I get it that some people don't know combatives and have not gotten into a fight ever in their lives, or don't study fighting or anything of that sort of nature, but this is bullshit to say that he was choking him.
To a close, basic questions still remain about exactly what happened on that subway train. It all comes back to these 6 minutes when Penny and Neely struggled on the floor of a subway car. Prosecutors say Neely's last voluntary movement was at this moment, 2:28 p.m. 51 seconds later, Penny let go of him. The medical examiner says Neely died a short time later from a chokehold, compression of his neck. What you're about to see is body cam footage from police.
So then, even with that, the medical examiner said, oh, he died from a chokehold, but then you pulled the toxicology report and saw that he was pumped full of drugs. Long story short, guys, this will defend to Semper Fi. Daniel, my brother in arms, I respect and I give you much blessings, man. Thank you for being there and stepping up and standing in the way when no one else was willing to. And I tell you this right now, this is exactly why the world is how it is now. Because every time someone's black, you should just be able to do whatever the hell you want. When he just literally defended a black woman from getting attacked, that's when he hit his limit of, nope, I gotta stop this guy. Until next time, guys, we tactical and we guardians, and we love the Second Amendment over here. So you either catching law or lead. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me if you still think that Daniel tried to murder him. Again, I don't, and I think this was an appropriate force to be met. It is what it is. Maybe people should get other shit in check.